Alright, folks, welcome back to Folder Zero. And yeah, I just woke up actually, so sorry if still a little bit dirty or a little bit messy. So today I want to make two videos, I guess. First one is I want to talk about the clan fight challenge spin in global, because someone asked me what to get from this clan event, which I think for me Narukami clan event is like the best clan event in the game for me, okay, because I really like the deck, I really like how the decks play, and it's free. I mean, you can invest gems into it, but it's really important because we have three events, and we have three events so far, and this is like 3.0. So I want to talk about what's the best decks or the best cards actually to get. Okay, so here we go. Let's talk about the current clan event here, which I think this one is not really the best. I guess I want to say I will still say that the first one is like still the best. But let's go to exchange here. Actually, look at some cards that actually really good. VMAX here is not really that necessary, but if you want to play it, like, go ahead. I guess the skill is quite okay. It's really good when your opponent is at 4, and it's really take a really long time to loading. It's really good, but it needs Thunder Strike 5, which is, I think, with this deck, I mean, with the Vanquisher deck, I think it was really easy to get for the second strike. I mean, I already have the video on it, so, on how to use this guy on the second turn, you can just watch it again. And yeah, so basically the skill is when you attack a Vanguard, opponent's damage is 4 or less. CB2. CB2 is quite expensive, I'm sure. Deal 1 damage to your opponent. But while this unit attack a Vanguard, battle additional Vanguard face-up Vanquisher in your G-zone. So basically, if you have like 2 face-up Vanquisher in G-zone, you can attack. You can attack another 2 rearguard. But I already tried this with a front row rearguard, and it's not working. So basically, it can only attack like only the back row. You can also attack the back row. You cannot attack like an interceptor with this. You cannot attack an interceptor with this. So I already tried, I think, back in the day. I don't know if it's still the same in global because I haven't tried. But yeah, in my experience, you cannot attack an interceptor with this. So yeah, it's like okay with this. If it can attack an interceptor, I think it will be better. But overall, I think this card is you don't need to get 2. Just one, or maybe you don't want to get it. It's like okay. The next one is Descendant. Oh wait, there is also under support for Vanquisher. I actually use this in my deck. I actually put 2 in it. So there's a girl. So this one, CB1 to retire one of your opponent front row rearguard and bind them. Yeah. So basically, if your opponent had like front row and you don't want to, commit more rearguards to attack it, you can just use this, and you +1 bind, which is it's really necessary for Narukami. And this Thunder Strike 2, Thunder Strike 2. During your turn, this unit gets 3k, just like the 12k attacker, which is you can't go wrong with that. And what else? Oh, the gray one. The gray one is I wonder, should I use 1 or should I use 2 or 3? But basically, sometimes that I don't use my starter, and my starter does not go to soul, so my soul only have 2 cards. It happened most of the time. I think it's because this deck, I think it's pretty easy to get a grade 3. I don't know, but most of the time I did not use the starter. So if you not use the starter, I think 2 is good. But if you want, you can just go with 3 of this and then get rid of the grade 1 rare there. But yeah, it's a really good grade 1. It needs a Thunder Strike though, so you cannot use it like. But I think Thunder Strike 2 is pretty easy. Basically a strike skill and then something else like maybe Chatra or maybe the other grade 2. So the other grade 2 actually helping for for binding stuff for Thunder Strike ability. Okay, there you go. So that is the first event, and then no, sorry, the last event. And now we go to Descendant. Descendant is not really the best. It's not really that good. So one place, if you have a Descendant hard card, cheaper Sonoblast. Yeah, so I have 4 of this, and also have an SP just because this guy look cool. Yeah, balance in attack if yeah it does not heal. Soul Blast 2, CB1. Soul Blast is pretty easy, I guess, in Descendant because the grade 2 actually goes to Soul, and also another card goes to Soul also. So it's I think it's a really easy Soul there. CB is quite hard in Descendant also, and discard 2 cards from hand. So yeah, you have to play all of them as a draw trigger. Send this unit, draw 2 cards, and this unit gets draft -1. It's like okay, it's not that bad. It doesn't gain critical just like the normal Descendant, but I have the list for it, but maybe I'll talk about it later. And I think this is not really that good. Not really that good. I think Kaiser Crimson is like still like the best. So the grade 3 lineup there is like still the best so far. Okay, so a lot of Descendant like this, the Scyther, I mean this Eradicator. Okay, when placed, CB1, retire one of your opponent rearguard at random with the priority back. There you go. When your Descendant is placed, put this in your soul, retire. There we go. Put in the soul again. So somewhat soul, so easy soul for Descendant, I guess. Also like this, I mean you see the event, right? So yeah, I've already made a deck for it. Maybe I'll show it to you later at the end. But I'm gonna talk about some cards here. So okay, so like this one, I don't know if you use this. I think the grade 3, you just can shake them off. Like they all really good. Okay, let's talk about this second and the first one, the first event. This one is really good. If you want to get 4 of this, like it's like okay, but I think 2 is I don't know, 2 is enough. This thing needs to hit actually to to retire and bind stuff. So, but the power of GB3 is really good. Our frontal unit gets 2k for each opponent bind zone. So, it's a really super powerful power up in front. So, you can get past heal guard. So, there we go. This one is really strong for, maybe like power for the bind stuff. So, if you manage to get 4, it's like okay. But if you can't, 2 is okay too. Finish blow. I think I used this also. CB1 face up. Yeah, just when your rear guard is retired, so yeah, you only get you only use this skill for like 5k and crit. Then if you have a Gauntlet Blast hard card, choose one in front of rear guard and random parry the background retire. It's a once per turn skill. There we go. It's a really straight cool card. And the tonics, I already have the video on this one, and the tonics is very interesting for me, and I really like it. So if you want, but I don't think it's like the strongest for Narukami here. I think Vanguard is still like the best. So the tonics is like okay, but it's really fun to use. If you want to see it, I already have a video on it. So just search Faulkner Zero the tonics. I think the tonics Drill Dragon. There we go. Vanguard Zero. And this is the Eradicator that I talk about. When placed, put an Eradicator to Soul. It's really good. It's free, so there we go. But you need a lot of resource for Eradicator. Like but yeah, they also doesn't have like a 11k or 12k attacker. That can attack a Vanguard. So that is the hardest thing I think of this deck. Sometimes you need a booster to hit a Vanguard. Something like that. Exchange Dragon, I don't think I used this. Yeah, I think I used this also. This one is quite okay, I guess. It helped with the bind again. The focus and Vanquisher deck is actually binding. So in place, if you has a grade 3 Vanquisher, which I think you should have right into Vanquisher here before you ending the game. So this one, choose one upon rearguard, random party to back row, retired. So it's it's another back row killer, binded, and then this unit gets 2k. Really good, really good. Eradicator, I don't use this. I think I used this in my Descendant deck because it's Eradicator. When you put in front row, rearguard is retire. So just Soul Blast Wand to countercharge. Countercharge is quite important, I think, in Descendant. Okay, some cards also use Counterblast. What else? Is that it? Cloud Master Dragon, I don't know if that's good or not, but this I think so far, like I think if you don't face up like against like angels, maybe the clan that has the front row resist, right? Resist. There we go, resist. This card is pretty good. I mean, this card should be a 4-off. You know, this thing should be the 4-off. This one is like from the first event. That's why I said like the first event is really good. So maybe in this event I will go for, you know, the third and the fourth card for Conquest Dragon. Because this one is pretty damn strong, man. So G% of Blast, you just want to put a front roll regard, retire it. So it doesn't need to be an interceptor. It could be like a grade 1 or maybe a grade 3. Maybe grade 0. If that you did is retire, or the front row gets 5k. You know, it's a really good when your opponent doesn't have like unresist front row, which is very good. But you know, if your opponent have a resist front row, just go with Kaiser Crimson. And also, if you look at my deck there, actually a new G units that will come out in Fighters Collection 2, and it's called Kaiser for a Warning. And it's a G unit that has the same skill as, you know, the Legion for Kaiser Vermilion. No, Kaiser Vermilion. Dragonic. Yeah, the mate. There we go. The mate. Oh, sorry. This is the mate. Kaiser Vermilion. There we go. Yeah, it has the same skill as Kaiser Vermilion, basically. So you know, it's a triple drive, draw 1 with stride skill. So I think that one is better, but it needs a hard card of a Kaiser unit. There we go. There you go. Good. Dragonic Vanquisher. It's really important for Vanquisher deck. I think it's one of the best so far. I think we'll get more Zoras. I don't know. I think 2 is enough. I don't want to say this is like another option for the first right. If you have 4 of this, sorry, where's it? If you have 4 of the Voltage, I think Voltage is a really good first right if you want to play VMAX. But if you don't want to play VMAX, or you know, you just want to play Voltage, I think Zoras is a really good first right. So after Zoras, you can start into literally anything. You want to go Voltage, you want to go Conquest, or you want to go right into the Kaiser Crimson. It depends on your opponent. So if your opponent have like resist and you cannot retire some stuff, maybe you can go for Kaiser Crimson. Legion, get back some cards, returning, because this deck draw a lot, you know, so you know, returning some cards would be, you know, a really good push for not taking out. And yeah, Zoras I think is a really good first strike overall. So if you don't first strike into this one, I don't know where to use this card, because this card needs to hit and to bind 2 cards. Bind 2 cards is really good also. So I think it has the same skill as, you know, Voltage, but yeah, Voltage is GR. And yeah, if you have 4 Voltage, I think go for Voltage for the first strike. And then you can go either for VMAX. If you can see your opponent again. If your opponent has a 4, then go for VMAX. There you go for VMAX. Or maybe you don't want to waste your counterblast, go for Conquest. Conquest is free, gets power. You know, if your opponent, you know, has resist, go for Crimson, something like that. You know how it works. And then Chatra. Chatra here is, first off, I use this as 4-off, but now I use this as 3. I'm sorry. In Global, I use 3 because I already have 4 in JP. So I know that Chatra, you don't need to have 4. So I only get 3 here in Global. That's what's good when, you know, when I play JP. So I know what a card to get. So this one is actually really awesome, but sometimes also really hard to use because this unit cannot attack a rearguard. So yeah, basically this unit gets 3k, and G1 when it's an attack hit, CB1 draw card. So a lot of, you know, have to hit a Vanguard actually to use it. But you know, even if this card, you know, does not use the GB1 skill, it still has like 11k attacker with Vanguard. So that's pretty good. But it cannot attack a rear. But you know, Narukami is really easy to retire an interceptor. So why would you need him to attack a rear? This one is also really good. This also that deck is on JP, so I use this in JP. I want to get more of this now. Basic attack, yeah. Also, this one also helps with the bind, of course, to pulling up a VMAX or maybe Voltage. And then I don't use that one. Josephus, Stand Trigger. Oh, what else? Oh, the Chain Bolt Dragon. This one is, you know, again helping out with bind. This card, when your opponent card is retired or something, it can bind an extra card and give 2k to another rearguard. Very good. And this one is 12k attacker. But yeah, that's it. that's all the deck. That's all the cards that I say that it's good, and I think you can see it from all of my deck that I already gave to you guys. Absolute Conquestor, I'm gonna go for Conquestor again, another 4 off. This one is really good. Or maybe I want to go for Voltage, I don't know. But I think Conquest is, more comfortable for me because this one needs to hit again. It's hard because this one needs to hit, so it only helps with like first strike or something, but 4 off is not a must. So let me show you the deck, I guess. So let me actually, sorry, wrong. Boom. Make sure you go to JP and there you go. Boom. Okay, so I have some decks. Okay, here let me show you. What is this one? Okay. Oh, this one is the Kaiser Crimson. So it's not finished yet, but again, I think this one is Eradicator. There we go. Yeah, this one is Eradicator. This one is Descendant. I want to say. Ah, 3 Descendant. Oh, I have to craft one more. Okay, there you go. I have to craft one more. I forget to craft that, and there you go. Yeah, you use the triple R, absolutely. 12k attacker is really good for this deck. Again, remember what I said. It's really hard to hit 11k attacker if you don't have a booster, because sometimes if you use this card, you put in a rear guard into your soul. So basically, if you don't have a lot of resource, you might put your grade 1 into the soul, right? So yeah, if you want to have full interceptor, you want to put your grade 1 into your soul, something like that. And yeah. Okay, all the other are the same. All the other are the same. That's why I can't like this one is the Vanquisher, the one that I just showed you, so I don't need to show you guys. It's the same one. Sorry, I pressed that accidentally. Where's the Detonics? I've used it and it's really fun. Where is it? Did I destroy it? No. I mean, you can see it from my video, I guess. I have a video on it, right? Where is it? Is it this one? All of them have the same starter. How can I differentiate them? Wait, this one? Oh, this one is the Tonics. There we go, the Tonics deck. Boom. There we go. Again, all the Geonets are really, all the Geonets are really worth to get. Why? Because you can use in any decks. The Geonets can be used in any of this, like the Tonics, Eradicator, or you want to go for the Vanquisher or the Kaiser Crimson, all of them. This unit, the lineup for the unit almost like all the same. I did not update this yet. This like is 4, 8. Yeah, there we go. Still 8. I did not update it. It's been a while since I used this deck. There we go. It's a really good deck. I mean, I have a video on it, so just watch it, guys. But yeah, there we go. I think that's all. I think again, if you want to get if you want to build any deck, you have to start, maybe like getting all of the Geonets, because you can use it in any decks. And if you like Vanquisher, I mean, I have a lot of video on it, so you can choose which one do you want to get. You want to go for Vanquisher, you want to go for Kaiser Crimson. I think Vanquisher and Kaiser Crimson is quite similar, I want to say. And the Tonics or Eradicator. There we go. I don't have a video on Eradicator. Maybe I will make it, like maybe tomorrow or something. I don't know. But yeah, for today I will have one more video, and I think that's it for I think one of the best clan event review for me, Narukami clan event, the 3rd. Narukami event the 3rd. Yeah, and animation for Hayao and Vanquisher is really good, so I might get it. I don't know. I might get it because in Global we have free G medals, right? So I don't know. I want to get it, but yeah, I think that's it, guys, for today. It's been a long video. Sorry, if I talk too much. But yeah, that's the video, I guess. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Okay, see ya.